Okay, so Ella, we're here today, and you just talked about how pornography will actually get better, I think, according to you, due to virtual reality. Can you tell me something about that? How do you see that?
Well, so far, virtual reality has created a lot of new opportunity in an industry where opportunity has been dwindling. So there have been less less films and less roles available to a much greater performer base over the past 7 or so years than there were previously. So it's a harder market to work in. You make less money and you work less as well. So what virtual reality has done in pornography is create a whole new venue of jobs. So performers have more opportunity to shoot and to work. And that's been really, really great. But there's one trend in pornography over the past 10 years or so that I've noticed that I see coming soon in virtual reality, and that's that over the past several years, we've seen the porn industry shift from being very driven by big producers in offices and big production companies to being mostly created and run and directed by performers themselves. So the performers have gained a lot more opportunity to produce and to use new skill sets and to work in different aspects of the industry. Right now in virtual reality, we're back where we were 10 years ago, where it's a couple of big studios that are doing all of the production and performers are just showing up and doing the scene. With virtual reality and with some of the technology that I'm working on and that I see coming out soon, we're essentially democratizing VR porn. I make a webcam platform called CAM4VR, and with CAM4VR, we make a camera and stitching software, and the everything is kind of automated all at once. And with this, the performers can broadcast live in virtual reality. They take a 3D 360 photo of their bedroom, and then they broadcast live in that space.
But like telling a story and at the same time being in the story, how can I picture that?
It's not so much telling a story as having a conversation. It's connecting with people. It's offering kinship and a sense of connection, where previously with regular porn you just watch it and that's it. But because it's more of a conversation and a connective sort of intimate experience, you feel a lot closer with the performer. And
Do you also think that it will be like more, do you see it as more female friendly maybe?
well, I think that it can be. I think that porn has become a lot more female friendly over the past several years as we've started to destigmatize sexuality and women feel more comfortable admitting that, yes, I like sex and I like porn and here's how I like it. And we see more content that is palatable to women and in line with what women want. But it is also more female friendly because if you make it so that the performers themselves can be the producers and create and make money directly off of the work that they do, then most of the performer base is female. And so you're bringing a lot more female producers and content creators to the forefront and giving them a new work opportunity.
Do you think that there are a lot of women in pornography that would want to be a producer themselves?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the more control you have over your career, the more ways that you create content and distribute content, just the happier and more successful you are. And so I think that by putting this ability into the hands of performers, it really gives them a chance to grow and exceed their own expectations in the industry.
I can imagine that's empowering to you as well to create your own stuff, but I'm curious, if you watch it yourself, would you prefer virtual reality? I suppose you have watched it.
Oh, I have to watch all my stuff in virtual reality, and I sort of disassociate with it. So, like, when I talk about, like, we made a dating simulator, and it's me in the dating simulator, but I don't call it me, I call it her, because, like, I'm me, and that's a hologram of me, and so it's hard. It's weird for me watching myself in VR or in 2D, but I mean, it's cool. It's cool to be able to do things and give opportunity to performers and make new jobs for people who are my contemporaries and my peers and my family to a degree. And it's really exciting to launch. So we're launching a marketplace on Cam4 where performers can make their own VR content and sell it. And that just makes me so excited. I'm the president of a nonprofit called the Adult Performer Advocacy Committee. So I've been doing adult performer advocacy and activism for like 5 years, and being able to create this opportunity for performers is so empowering and so enthralling.
How did you actually get there, like start doing this? How did you come up with it?
With VR or porn?
Well, with VR in porn.
I tried virtual reality for the first time, and I knew that it was going to be excellent for porn. I knew it was going to revolutionize the porn industry, but I didn't know how to do it myself because I didn't really know anything about software development. And so I ended up meeting somebody on Reddit And then they flew me out to shoot my first ever virtual reality porn scene. It was a solo scene where it was just me. It was 180
Is
degrees.
it different filming that?
So different because there's no director. You can't have a director there telling you what to do, and the camera's stationary. So I got there, I met this person who I met on the internet, and they turned out to be 20 years old. I almost asked for his ID. I shot my first scene in his dorm room at his college.
Oh, wow.
It was weird. And yeah, so he was like, okay, so here's the camera. I set it up on the wall. We can't be in here because we'll be on camera, so go for it. And I was like, okay. So you just got to kind of wing it. So as a performer, you don't have someone guiding you. And so that's why I think it's really good to have the webcam platform that we're creating, because webcam performers already are very self-directed and self-guided. You don't have a director when you're doing webcam. So it really works to take that skill set into webcamming and in virtual reality. But yeah.
I think it's so cool what you're doing, and I really hope that you will help a lot of other people to empower themselves in this way. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.